everyone. I'm coming on today because I just now saw Wendy Mason, our lovely Wendy, do a technique. Now the technique that she did was from prompts, and so for a group that she's in, I believe. So I will put the link to that video in the description box below. But and I'm pretty sure I've seen this technique done before, but I don't remember where. So forgive me if if you've done this and. But at any rate, I know it's not like a new technique. So, but this lovely piece here is a little half of a background that was done by Gisele Grenier, and I'm in a little club, not a club, a little group. Oh golly. That she has. It's not Facebook. It's a little artist community that Gisele started, or Gisele. Oh, I'm going to try to do this without flubbing my words. Pardon me, Gisele. But she started, and you can be invited to join. I will also put the link to that in the description box below. At any rate, she draws a name, and then you get half of the background. It's called Book of Backgrounds that she's done, and it's a series, and you get half of it. And so I was lucky enough to be chosen to get this half of this beautiful background, and I'm going to. And then she says all that she asks is that you go ahead and finish it, do a piece, and then share it with them. So I'm going to do that right now, and I want to incorporate the technique that I just saw Wendy Mason do. So what that is you use Vaseline, which I have here, and you can put this on however way you want. Of course, if you don't already have a background started like this one, then you need to, of course, start a background or do a partial background. But then you just put the Vaseline on, like so, wherever you want it to resist the next color that you're going to put on. And so I'm going to give it a shot because it looked so fun and so cool and came out looking really cool. And so I'm going to give it a go here and see what I come up with. And if you tilt it to the side, you can kind of see where you've put your Vaseline. It's a little hard to see. And they say to use acrylic paint, or the prompt that Wendy was using said to use acrylic paint, and it needs to cover, but not real thick. So I'm going to put some of my folk art, and I wanted to use me and my metallic, so I wanted to use a metallic here on this, and so I'm going to put it on. The metallics, the folk art metallics, I'm sorry, are really pretty fluid. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do it that way with just not watering it down, and see what I get. And what you do is you cover this completely over, and then dry it. And it says if you dry it with a heat tool, which I might do, then it will bubble as well. So I'm going to do that and see what happens. And then what you do after that is you, of course, wipe it off, or wipe your piece, so that where you put the Vaseline down as a resist, it will act as a resist. That was really profound, wasn't it? Okay. So I'm not sure how this particular, acrylic that I've chosen is going to work, but we'll give it a shot and see here. And now on Wendy's piece, and like I said, I will link her video in the description box below. She did this several times, so I'm gonna see what this comes out like first, and then and I'll cut out the heat tool here. And I guess you want to make sure that it is pretty dry. And then what you're supposed to do is take a crumpled up paper towel and just wipe your piece. And you are supposed to be able to remove as much or as little as you like where you have your resist down. And then Wendy did this several different times, and I think I may do it. I'm not sure. I may do it one more time. It really comes out cool, if you can see. It's left, you know, where I had the Vaseline down. Of course, it's left those areas underneath your underneath the pink metallic. So I might just do it one more time. I'm going to do it with something really light. So let me get this paint cleaned up here. I don't want to waste my paint. So I'll get that cleaned up and be right back in just a second. Okay, I had a bit of a cleanup here, and I also decided that I wanted just a little bit more of my my pretty green, yellow-green background to shine through, and some more of the texture. So I just went over it a little bit. You know, since I didn't have as much of the Vaseline on there as I really had wanted, I just went over it a little bit with a baby wipe and took some more of the pink metallic off. So this is what I have so far, but I think I'm going to actually do it again with a different shade, and I'm not real certain what color that I want to put down on there. So when I figure that out, I'll be back again. Okay, I'm back again, and I've chosen to use a little bit of this really pretty Lumiere paint that I have. It's just called Metallic Gold, and these paints are kind of fluid. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Vaseline again, and I'm going to put it in areas where I want the resist, but I'm also going to touch the areas a little bit where my green is as well, that I don't want it to, where I don't want the Lumiere to actually stick to either. Wendy had mentioned that she wished she had done that in hers, or not wished, but she said she wondered if she should. And her piece, of course, turned out absolutely lovely, as always. But I think I'll go ahead and try that, because Wendy did this like several more times, and I'm only going to, this is it for this. I'm not going to do this anymore other than this last time. So I'm just kind of putting a resist down in new places, but also kind of highlighting the other places where it was before as well. Does that make any sense? I hope so. All right. So let's give that a shot. I can tell you that that this is really fun. So as you can see, the Lumieres are a little bit more, I really love these Lumiere paints. They're really fun to work with. Now what did I do with my other brush? Oh, it's over there in the water. Okay, so we need a new brush. Looks like I probably have more than one of them over there in the water. Alright, this should work. So we'll give this a go. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think you can. I don't know what this is going to do, because these are, the Lumieres are really a thin bodied paint as well. That's an idea as too. I might go with cross size brush strokes, or cross this way this time. I don't know if that's going to make much difference or any difference at all, but we'll see. And let's give that a bit of a dry, as Mike Deacon says. A bit of a dry off. Okay. Okay, I was looking at it, and I think I want to go ahead and just add a little bit of marks, lines, whatever you want to call them, in with some black. So I've just got a credit card here, and I think I got this black acrylic at Walmart. I'm not sure if it was Walmart. Anyway, wherever they have this Nicole's brand. But it is so thin that it's just almost, you know, it's just really, really, really fluid. Go this way with some, and maybe go the other way with some as well. Okay, and I'm going to also, I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go around the edges with some black stays on. I don't know if I can do it with this or not. Let me just check. Yeah, that might work. Since I have some of the paint left, I might just try to do it this way. And hope I don't make a mess of things. And I hope you can see what I'm doing here, but I think you can. I'm dipping this as if it were a credit card to try to get my black edges. And it's working. Like I said, I just don't want to make a mess of it. Which has been known to happen to me. But, you know, waste not, want not. I don't know if I did say, I started to say that this paint is so liquidy. Maybe I did say that already. If I did, I'm so sorry. But it's almost to the point where you can't really use it for anything because it's like water. So therefore, I will never get it again. But I mean, I don't mind my paint being, you know, a little bit on the fluid side, but not to the place where you know, can't even use it. So there, that came out okay. I'm going to let well enough alone here. So yeah, I'll let that have a dry off, or I'll hit it with the heat tool here and have another bit of a clean up, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and my little hash marks, my little credit card lines are all dry, and I've chosen this little birdie for a focal image, and I'm going to attempt to do it in a silhouette here on my background. I just made a brand new Pouncy ink dabber tool. I make all my own of these with makeup sponges, and and this stays on ink pad is about done, I think. So I'm hoping that this works. I really am. Really am. We'll see. But because I had to mask out the little birdie down here at the bottom, because I didn't want that birdie in on my piece, I decided that I would just kind of stick the whole mask down. So I'm working with it that way, hoping for the best here. We shall see. It doesn't look like I'm going to get a complete silhouette of it because my ink is just not my ink is drying up. I'm gonna have to get a new stays on, and I might try the what's it called, archival ink instead, or there's even a memento, I believe. I'm not sure which to try. So if you all have any permanent ink preferences, please, let me know in the description box below if you would. Because yeah, I would like to. It has to be a permanent one, of course. I have the Tim Holtz Distress inks. I don't have any of the oxides yet because they're expensive. So don't have any of those yet, but I do want to try them sometime down the road. Not sure if they have those now in the little oh, you know what I mean, the little teeny size like they do in the distress inks. Okay, so well, that's that so far. So let me just see what I've got here. Hopefully it's not a mess. I do like this painter's tape. It sticks, but it even starts off a little stickier than what I put it back and forth on my hand a little bit before I stick it down. Because oh, okay, it's not like black, but I like it. I think I'm going to go around it in a couple little places and fill it in a little bit better, but it came out nicely, so I'm kind of happy with that. I'm going to clean up my stencil here right away, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went around the stenciled image here with a little bit of, well, I've had a terrible time trying to find a pen that will draw on here, and my Stabilo All pencil, of course, will work just fine, but I didn't want to have to liquefy that or activate it with water, so I was trying to find some sort of a pen or something that would write on my surface. If anybody knows of a good pen to get, please let me know in the comments below. This Papermate gel pen, believe it or not, I don't even know where this came from, but this Papermate gel pen seemed to write on it the best, and actually didn't lift back off. Like I said, I had to be very meticulous because I didn't want to ruin my image, and but I wanted to sharpen up a couple of the places that didn't come out as well as I wanted them to. But I couldn't find anything to write on my surface. tried a Sharpie marker as well, little ultrafine Sharpie marker, and it would write on it for just a short while and then stop, and the tip would clog up, and it was a brand new Sharpie marker, so I stopped using it before I ruined it. Anyway, it's pretty good now, I think, with a combination of the different pens that I could actually get to write on here. Like I said, believe it or not, this Papermate gel pen has been the best so far. I tried everything, Jelly Roll. I tried, like I said, here's my Sharpie that I tried. So, yeah, but I do like it. I'm tickled with how it turned out, and just very simple. But I love the background. Started off with a beautiful background, as I said, from Gisele Grenier, and so yeah. Thank you for hanging in there and watching with me, and I will leave the links to Wendy's channel and to the art group that Gisele hosts, and I will let you go, and until I visit with you next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.